So really the issue with a lot of these firms going under is not because they're rug pulls, and we'll be just clear about that because a lot of them just label as a scam.
Now pivoting towards prop firms. So you also mentioned at one point you were 5 or 6 million. Now you're down to 1.5. What happened?
Well, I mean, a lot of firms went under, right? And I think this is where maybe the viewer base just needs to be educated on what the model actually is, because I think there's a lot of misinformation too out there with people thinking that a lot of these traders are getting A-booked, which in my opinion, really the issue with a lot of these firms going under is not because they're rug pulls, and we'll be just clear about that because a lot of them just label as a scam. And this is coming from somebody that I've always used the service just to see what it's like. You know, I've used some of the firms that seem the most scammy, but it's just the cost of business, and the opportunity was I might get a payout from them, right? So really the business model for a lot of these firms is cash flow, and that cash flow comes from failed traders. And you know, when a lot of platforms go down, when U.S. clients, they lose, a lot of those firms lost MetaTrader, which is probably a huge hit to their business. There's other issues that pop up, obviously, but a lot of firms go under because they can't manage the cash flow, and it's just part of business, honestly.
So it's kind of a catch-22 because you want to be with a firm that gives you favorable conditions as an individual. I'd rather to have the best conditions possible, but you also know that as an industry, as a firm overall, if they're too favorable, they can't sustain as a business model.